Hello, my YouTube friends. J Nicole here. Wanted to come back and give you an update. I'm sorry that I've been gone for so long. But first of all, I want to thank all of my new subscribers for subscribing to me. And I wanted to also thank all of my old subscribers who have been following me on my channel since I have started my channel. So thank you guys. Now, I've been missing in action. Not because I've been sick and not, MS sick. I haven't had any MS relapses. I just haven't felt like recording. So now I'm just coming back because I have time and I kind of feel like coming on to give an update. There's nothing too much to report, but I do have two topics that I want to talk about. My first topic is I have experienced my first cold since being diagnosed with MS. The cold wasn't bad for me. First of all, my husband had got sick with the cold, and then 4 weeks later, the cold doubled back up on him. The first time he had the cold, I didn't have an issue. I walked around with a mask on whenever I was home and around him, and he slept in the den, I slept in the bedroom. That was the first time around. The second time around he got the cold, he slept in the den, I slept in the bedroom, but whenever I was around him, I didn't have on a mask. I just didn't. Then I ended up catching that particular cold on the second go around. When I told him that, I feel like I'm getting a cold, he suggested that I head off the cold and take some Robitussin, which was the medication that he had been taking over-the-counter Robitussin. And I said, well, I didn't want to take the medication without checking with my doctor, my neurologist first, to make sure that there wouldn't be an adverse reaction with taking that cold medication and taking my Gilenia. And so I sent a message through patient portal, and I hadn't heard back from the nurse giving me the okay to take the medication or prescribing something else that I could take for my cold. And that was like on the 5th or 6th of this month. Well, today is the 16th, and I still haven't gotten a message back from them. So yeah, I'm going to have a good talk with them next month when I go for my checkup to find out what good is patient portal if they don't respond to patients' messages. So otherwise, in the meantime, I was talking to my friend girl who also has MS and asked her, what did she think I should do, and she suggested that I call the pharmacist. Call the pharmacist where I get my Gilenia medication from. I didn't even think about that. So luckily I did, because when I talked to the pharmacist, she said that I need to stay clear of any cold medications with the ingredient, I'm going to try to pronounce this, dextromethorphan. I think that's how you pronounce it. Dextromethorphan. It's a cough suppressant in Robitussin, and it's a cough suppressant in any other kind of cold medications as well. That when I went in the store and was looking for other cold medications to cover all of my cold symptoms, that ingredient was in all of the medications that I was looking at. And I was tired and aggravated and tired of looking for something that I could take, and I didn't feel like going up then talking to the pharmacist and trying to get a suggestion from them, because everything I looked at had that ingredient in it. So I purchased some cough drops that only had menthol in them. That the menthol was the cough suppressant, and what else did I get? Oh, some Vicks vapor rub to open up my nasal passages. So those were the two things that I used to get through my cold. I was hoping that I would have gotten a message back from the doctor's office, because it was close to the weekend and I didn't want to, I didn't know what I would have to do if I got real bad off sick. What would they suggest that I do besides going to the ER? I mean, I just wanted to be able to touch base with them to get instructions, because this is my first time dealing with a cold and having MS. So I haven't had any big issues with MS since being diagnosed. I have no idea what I even really need to do if I have another relapse besides what, go to the emergency room, I guess. I don't know. Um, Hopefully I don't have to find out, but I need to have that conversation now that I think about it with them. Like, what are the steps? And they may have told me before, but you know, when you're going to the doctor, as much as I was going when I was on the case study, so much poking and prodding was going on, and you ask questions, but some of that stuff just kind of leave you because there's so much information. I need to find out what are the steps of what I need to do if I have another relapse, as well as if I get sick with a cold and it's worse than what it was. So anyway, I'm getting off subject. Um, I dealt with my cold with cough drops that the cough suppressant in it was menthol, as well as Vicks Vapor Rub. And I had a low grade fever. The fever only got to like 101.2. I just rested to get through the illness. Thankfully, the cold was not a horrible cold. Um, I did deal with some dizziness when I moved around and like walked around, and if I just turned too quick or whatsoever, I did deal with some dizziness. But otherwise, some people say that a cold on an MS person versus a person without MS will be like 10 times worse. I was blessed if that's the case because I didn't have that kind of issue. So I got through the cold, but I just wanted to be able to let you all know that if you take Gilenia, be careful. Do not take any medication that has that cough suppressant ingredient, dextromorphan, in it. Do not take the medication with that ingredient in it, because it could be detrimental. It could cause cardiac arrest. It could cause your blood pressure to drop lower than it should. And there was something else that could take place. But when you're taking Gilenia, and when you first start off on taking Gilenia, you are under doctor's observation for 6 hours, because Gilenia itself could cause your blood pressure or your heart rate to drop low when you first start that medication. So couple the fact that Gilenia could already lower your blood pressure, your heart rate, and then you take this medication. Even though the 6 hour observation that I've done was months and months ago, but still there is an adverse reaction with that medication. So the pharmacist told me to stay clear of that, and I did. So I just want to tell you all to be careful. Make sure that you check with if your doctor or your pharmacist if you get sick with a cold and you're taking MS medication, whether it be Gilenia or Tecfidera, any of those MS type medications, to make sure that there's no severe adverse reaction with cold medications or fever reducers, any type of over the counter medication, because it could be detrimental to your life. I didn't know, but thankfully I opted not to try taking any medication until talking with someone like a pharmacist or the doctor, which I didn't talk to the doctor, but with the pharmacist. Luckily, I didn't just take my chances because it could have been detrimental. So, yeah, just want to let you all know that. And then my other topic that I wanted to talk about is something that I've been experiencing, and I don't know if it's MS related, but I've never had this take place before. I call it a phantom touch. It happens on my leg, my thigh, and sometimes on my arm. And it just feels like something is touching me. And it does it just that quick, like a touch, and then it goes away. I don't know if it's my nerves. I don't know if it's numbness in the area that I feel like I'm being touched, or what. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but that's the only way I can describe it. It happens. It makes me look down at the area that I feel that sensation, and there's nothing there. So let me know. Please comment down at the bottom of my video and let me know if you all have ever experienced something such as that, like a phantom touch or numbness. I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's numbness, but it's possible that that's what it could be. It just occurs so quick. As quick as it come is as quick as it go. So let me know if you all have experienced that. As well as let me know if you all have encountered any adverse reactions while having a cold, taking MS medication, whatever the MS medication may be, as well as taking over-the-counter medication. So I'll be interested to know if you all have had any of those type issues. So I go to the doctor next month on the 24th. I hope to come back and give you all an update then as far as how that appointment goes. I have to go do my blood work. I was supposed to go, well, I had scheduled myself to go on the 23rd of this month, but I said I wanted my blood work to be closer to my appointment. So I think I'm going to go like February 13th. I think that falls on a Monday. Yes. February 13th, I'm going to go and do my blood work. So therefore, there's plenty enough time that my labs could make it back to to the neurologist's office by my 24th appointment in February. And so hopefully my labs are good, because I have had instances, and I've had a video on that, where my labs, my liver enzymes were high. And now that I'm going on 3 months since I've had labs done, I'm hoping that I don't have any issues that are lurking around that I don't know. And I'm feeling fine, but hopefully there's nothing going on that only my blood work at this time could tell the doctors that, if something is happening. But I go do the labs, and then I go the following week and have my 6-month checkup, and then see where I go after that. I think once I have this 6 month, I think it was 6 months checkup. Yeah, I think it's been 6 months. It'll be 6 months when I go. I have another 6-month appointment after that, and then I think I'll progress to going once a year. And I don't know when I'll have another MRI. It may be this summer. I'll find that out too. Make notes of that to ask. I have some other questions that I do want to be able to ask my neurologist. And just a minute, because it might be something that I can ask you all. Hopefully, where did I put it? Oh, yeah, let's see here. Oh, I've done a video before in regards to if I had an MS relapse that I did not want to do steroids. So I want to ask the doctor, what else, what are my other options besides steroids if I had an MS relapse? I don't want to do steroids simply because I've already gained weight, and the weight gain that I'm dealing with is because in part, I can't close my mouth. I want to snack on stuff. And I think a big contributor as well is the fact that I am in surgical menopause. And I was doing good, but for a whole year, I stopped wearing my estrogen patches. And that's when my weight started picking up on me. I just started back on my estrogen patches October of last year. And, you know, with the holidays, it was still hard to get on track. And now I've been on vacation, getting ready to go back to work on Wednesday. And I'm hoping to like really, really, really get back on track and get my weight under control. But because I have gained weight, I don't want to be on steroids if I have a relapse and put on more weight. So I want to know, is there anything else that I can take and not have to worry about gaining weight? I've already said I don't want to do steroids simply because I don't want the side effects of the steroids, eating too much being one of the symptoms, and being aggressive or just aggravated, or all of the symptoms that the steroids could cause. I don't want to deal with all of that. But right now, I guess you can say I'm being vain. I don't want to gain additional weight because of steroids. So I want to know, do I have any other options? People say that when you're having a relapse, you feel so bad that you want the steroids. You just want something to help you. When I had my first relapse that led to my diagnosis, I didn't feel as horrible as some of you may have, or how horrible you all feel in relapsing now. Like I just didn't feel that bad. I had dizziness, slurred speech, left side weakness, but I wasn't sick to the point of like, help me with something, give me some steroids, give me something. I didn't feel like that. But I don't know. The more relapses you have, do you start feeling horrible? I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, let me know if you all know of anything else besides steroids that the neurologist would prescribe for you if you ever have a relapse. Have you all had anything else to be able to take besides steroids, or is that just it, steroids? Because weight gain would make me say no thanks, as well as those other horrible symptoms that or side effects that you can get from steroids. But right now, the way I'm feeling, and I'm not pleased with my weight gain, I'll just say I'll do without the steroids. So let me know your opinion let me know if you all have had anything else to help that was prescribed or done for you in the hospital if you've had a relapse, and how did it go? So I think I'll end this video here, and thank you all for watching, and I hope to come back soon, if not before my February 24th appointment. I hope to record a video to give you all an update of the February 24th appointment. So until then, you all take care and be blessed. Thanks for watching. Click like, share, and if you're just watching and haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thank you and have a blessed day. Bye.